Marketers, we need to talk. AI is everywhere, writing content, running ad campaigns, even closing sales. But is it making marketing too predictable? Are AI influencers about to take over? And can AI actually outsell human sales reps? Today, we're diving into these game changing questions and more right here on Marketing Neat with a Twist of AI, brought to you by TravsX, where we help to automate to elevate with AI. So, some topics we're going to cover today. Is AI making marketing too predictable? Can AI sell better than humans? Are AI influencers the future of brand marketing? Should AI marketers disclose AI generated content? All right, grab your drink, settle in, and let's get into it. AI isn't just a tool anymore. It's shaping the way we market, sell, and even build brands. But is this progress? Or are we headed into an AI driven marketing loop where everything starts looking the same and sounding the same? Let's start with something a lot of marketers are worried about. Is AI marketing too predictable? However, before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what I'm drinking and why my co host, AI Jarvis, is missing. Let's talk about Jarvis first. Poor Jarvis is having a bad day. As everybody knows, a couple weeks ago I had the flu. During the first episode we did, I had the flu, and I am now 90% recovered. But maybe Jarvis, caught a little AI bot there himself because today just hasn't been feeling good, hasn't been up to the task of performing well and being as helpful as he needs. So I'm giving him giving him the day off for this episode. Now, with that being said, I am doing a lot better than I was, but still not good enough to feel that I need to be drinking. I'm close though, 90% over the flu, but I don't want to every time you drink, they say that your respiratory system and your ability to fight off colds and everything kind of just weakens. So I'm going to give it a little bit of rest. But what I am drinking is some coffee. Now, not just any coffee. I tend to think of myself as a coffee connoisseur that is homegrown. I've published a book on coffee, actually a journal called Beans and Brews, a bespoke journal for coffee enthusiasts. And what it is you can record different types of coffees that you try, how you made the coffee, what type of grind, what type of grind size, how you what machine you used, just a whole bunch of stuff. Did you use, the WTD tool, good Lord. But everything to that extent. So for me though, a perfect cup of coffee involves Arabica beans. I like Arabica beans. I like the taste. It's not as bitter as some coffees because I do tend to drink coffee black sometimes too. But if you take Arabica beans and I do a pour over for coffee, and I make 10 ounces of coffee, and to that I add half ounce of cream, heavy cream, and I add 10 grams of honey. Now the 10 grams of honey gives the coffee a little bit of sweetness. The half ounce of heavy cream takes away a little bit of the bitterness. Yeah, and I do that mainly because I like to drink coffee more so in the morning and early afternoon as opposed to late at night. Um, so I don't want as much bitterness for some reason in the morning. But you couple that with the Arabica beans of the pour over coffee, and you've got this wonderful cup of coffee that has a little bit of sweetness. It's not bitter, but it still has a wonderful flavor of coffee. So that is my go-to recipe for coffee. Everybody should try it. 10 ounces of coffee, half ounce heavy cream, 10 grams of honey. You'll be thanking me later. All right. Let's see. What do we want to start talking about first? Is AI marketing, or I'm sorry, is AI making marketing too predictable? So AI optimizes based on past performance, but does that mean that we're just basically regurgitating old ideas? Yes. And now I know a lot of you are saying, "Oh, we knew it. We knew it. We knew it." Hold on. Slow your roll, right? Humans do the same thing. We were all taught from someone or from something somewhere, however it may be. We're all taught from something else. Now, excuse me. We take that information, and as kids, as we're growing up, we take the information and we regurgitate it just like AI does. But we're told to put it in our own words. So it's okay then, right? Because we put it in our own words. And AI can kind of do the same thing. Now I would say where humans are a little bit different. Well, the humans that really are geniuses and excel at pretty much everything, all the people in your local Mensa group, I would say those people have the ability to take the information that is regurgitated, figure things out in their head, and produce brand new ideas, concepts, hypothesis, whatever it may be. And these are different from what other people have said in the past. So it's pretty amazing. Now, I don't know if AI has that capability. I personally have not dealt with AI that has that capability, and it might. But the AI that we use and my AI assistant Jarvis does not have that capability just yet. So this brings me to the point of, are we losing creativity by letting AI handle too much of the marketing process? The simple answer is I don't know. Yes, we're losing creativity in the sense that we don't have to be as creative creating blog posts or emails or whatever it may be like that. Okay, but in one sense, the answer is no, because we have to now be creative with using the AI tools that we have so that we can stand out amongst our peers and win the competition, so to speak. What I think is going to happen is I think that every marketer is, going to use AI tools, and marketing is going to kind of look the same, right? And everybody's going to flood the system with all this content. And right now, marketing is primarily focused on engagement. In the past, it used to be focused on interrupting. I think we're going to have to go back to interrupting people. Now, before you get your panties in a bunch, here's what I mean by that. I think here's an example. Let's say you're reading a magazine, you're flipping through the pages, you're going through, and all of a sudden a full page ad pops up. That's an interruption. You're watching your favorite show on TV, commercials pop up. It's an interruption. You're listening to talk radio, you're listening to music on the radio, commercial pops up. That's interruption. You can't really engage with those things right on the spot. So that's why it's an interruption and you lose that form of engagement. Now in the 80s and 90s, they used to have, and they still do commercials, infomercials, whatever it is. Call right now. You can get two for the price of one, 1995, free shipping, whatever it may be. They're trying to build some sort of engagement, but you know, either way, I think that because marketing is going to be so oversaturated with content and things that AI can do, we're going to have to go back to the old techniques. It's kind of like, when you used to get so much mail in your mailbox, you started getting envelopes that were different colored. You started getting people making their envelopes and the mail they're sending you look professional, open now or there's a problem. So what happened was we all switched to like email. Same thing. What happens when we get so many emails? Oh my God, we've got to make sure our open rates go up by having, you know, uh, optimized subject lines, or we have to optimize the day that the email is sent, the time that it's sent. When are people most likely to open an email? And I'm not against that for sure, right? But I think in the future, don't forget, AI is going to be doing the research, and all AI bots are going to have access to the same research. So all email is going to come out at the same time. And even so, even if you start switching the times based on different, just off of guesswork or whatever it may be, there's going to be so many people, so many marketers out there that it's gonna be completely oversaturated. Mm. So because of that, will brands start blending together because everyone's using the same AI driven strategies? At first, yes. In the long run, no, because they're going to hire marketers who are going to figure out different ways to to eventually get in front of their audience. Um, I think Gary Vaynerchuk wrote the book um, uh, Day Trading Attention. I think it might have been called. And he's right. You have to go where the attention is of your audience. Right now, it's on the phones. Will it continue to be that way if you open up your phone and you get 800 ads? Are you going to continue using ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot if it's filled with ads? I don't know. We're going to see. But yes, I think in the future, eventually brands are going to start bleeding together, blending together. But I think, and ultimately in the long run, people figure out how to make themselves different. So the real question is probably then if AI can predict what works in marketing, does that mean originality is dead? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to decide. It's a yes, no for me. I think you have to look at it in different phases, like we talked about, and at different phases of marketing, it's gonna have a different answer for everything. Excuse me. All right, let's jump into our next topic. Can AI sell better than humans? Um, AI can optimize every single touch point in the marketing funnel and in sales funnels, but does that mean it will outperform human sales teams? Again, yes and no. I think that until you get into the human interaction part where it's needed, like a sales call, a one-on-one sales call, I think that AI can outperform humans. But when that interaction is needed, I think that it cannot. Just because it has a hard time not only distinguishing emotion from a human, but also displaying emotions. I think empathy is really big in today's world. But I think AI has issues showing empathy. You want to care about your customer's business and their pain points and how you solve them. If you don't truly care, you're basically a robot, right? Go figure, an AI robot. So, are AI generated sales emails converting better than human written ones? They probably are right now. But, once again, when they all sound the same, then they probably won't be. Could AI negotiate deals in the future? And should companies trust the AI, I guess, when this with those high stakes? I think that AI is going to be able to negotiate deals in the future. These chat pilot these agents that you can create and models that you can create are amazing. I've seen the commercials where at 1 a.m. somebody submits a form, and at 1:01 a.m. an AI bot calls this person, has a conversation with this person, and it sounds really convincing. They did a really, really great job of having a great tone on the AI bot. But are people going to get tired of that? I know I would be. It reminds me of years ago when I was younger and you'd go to a store and they'd have all the people walking around with forms to sign up for credit cards. Or as I got older and I went into clubs and bars, sign up for our email list, sign up for this. We'll give you, Marlboro would say we'll give you a free lighter if you sign up for your email list and this and they were all over the place. And eventually, you didn't care if they were going to give you a pot of gold that they found at the end of the rainbow. You were going to be that leprechaun, that one leprechaun that said, I don't care. I don't want it. Leave me alone. Get the forms away from me. I'm not signing up for any more forms. I'm tired of getting the junk mail in my inbox. So, you know, it's crazy because are AI driven chatbots and voice assistants already replacing sales reps based off that commercial and based off the software that's out there? They're starting to. Um, so do I now I've had plenty of discussions with some other people. I'm also on another podcast called A Shot at Business Central on a Beer, and my co-host for that podcast is a person by the name of Ken Sebahar, and Ken and I debate about this all the time. Um, I think I think he does to some extent too, but I think it's happening faster. I think AI is going to be virtually injected into every industry and be involved in every job everywhere. I think there is nothing that you cannot end up doing that AI cannot help you with or assist you with, or even do for you a lot of the times. So, are AI driven chatbots and voice assistants already replacing sales reps? They are. But what I think is a bigger question is if AI closes more deals than the human, who gets the commission? Right? Do you do you take the commission and buy more AI chatbots? Does the human who's helping to who the assistant um, agent is helping get the commission? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see in the future. Let's move along. Let's move along. Are AI influencers the future of brand marketing? Right now you've got these virtual influencers like little Michaela who are already landing major brand deals. Are they here to stay? It remains to be seen. Because like the topic, like what we've been discussing, if one person can do it and AI is to actually create an agent and everything, then why isn't everybody going to do it? I in the future, I foresee every brand having AI influencers. Why not? It's more personable, in my opinion, than a piece of content, right? Do I want a white paper so I can read and go through and try to figure out everything that you're trying to give me? Or do I want to have that discussion with an AI chatbot who's pulling the information right off the white paper as it is? I think most people want to have the discussion with the AI chatbot, but it's going to remain to be seen whether or not it ultimately becomes too much. You know what I mean? Will brands be saving money by using AI generated influencers instead of humans? Yeah, absolutely. The price of AI things are coming way down, um, in my opinion. Now, I know they take up a lot of data. I know that there's big, huge data centers that are being built. I know that Mr. Wonderful is behind one of the data centers being built. I think maybe it might even be the biggest data center being built. And I think he's calling it Wonderland, aka Kevin O'Leary, who is known as Mr. Wonderful effectively. So, and I know these data centers take up a tremendous amount of power. But we'll see. We're gonna see. I guess my question to everybody listening would be is, would you rather buy a product endorsed by an AI influencer or a human? Here's the way I look at it. If Bill Gates were to start a company and the company was strictly ran by AI bots, I still would not have an issue buying a product from that company because I know somebody at the company. There's a face of the company. Now, whether it's Bill Gates or employees or salespeople or whoever it may be, as long as that company has a face, as long as that company's face of the company is a real person, then I'm okay with it. Now, will I buy something from a company where I don't know anybody at the company, there's no face to the company, and it's all AI chatbots? Absolutely not. I liken that to buying something off some shitty website where you have no idea, what company this is, where it's coming from, or anything like that. So that's how I view it. Let me know in the comments how you view it. I think most people would probably be in alignment with me right now, that is. Lastly, should AI marketers disclose AI generated content? This is a tough one. Um, I don't know if you can distinguish between what types of content would need to be disclosed that it's AI generated content. Do I think it's needed for blog posts, emails, things that are written like that? I don't. Um, Now, if you're creating an AI bot that, I don't know, helps you cure cancer, or how about an AI bot that helps you, that looks realistic, talks realistic, and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's an AI bot, but that it helps you. Let's say it's a psychiatrist or a psychologist or therapist, and it helps you talk through your things. Then I absolutely think that that should be disclosed. The problem is, can you really choose what type of content has to be disclosed as AI. I don't think you can. I think you have to go all one way or all the other way. That's just my opinion. Um, I've heard that AI watermarking laws are coming. So if you're a marketer, I would start preparing now. I believe California has some things that went into effect. I mean, you're going to be able to put like really small fine print like you used to see on packages of certain products back in the day. I don't know. Are there going to be requirements for it? It has to be size 18, has to say certain things. I do not know if that'll be part of it. But I guess another one of the questions would be, would you trust the brand less if you knew all of its content was AI generated? Uh, I don't think so. I don't think I would because there's still somebody behind it helping to generate that content doing something. I mean, it's pulling from somewhere. I mean, are you gonna really want to buy something from a brand or work with a brand that its content is not educational, not informative? It's just generalistic content. You probably don't want to, right? So I mean, as humans, we can kind of sniff that out. At least I think so. But if you have AI generated content that is educational, it's informing me, it's keeping me engaged, it's you know making me want to buy whatever it is that you're selling or have. As long as I know there's a face behind the company and it's a reputable company, then I'm okay with it. I probably have in my head a certain checklist of things I want when I go to buy something if it's from an online store that I don't know. You know what I mean? I think reviews are ultimately going to play a huge part in everything. So, all right, we got through it. We did it. That's a wrap on today's episode of Marketing Neat with a twist of AI. AI is changing marketing fast, but is it for the better or for the worse? I want to hear from you. Should marketers fully embrace AI or is it taking things too far? Hit me up in the comments or message me directly. And remember, this podcast is brought to you by TravsX. Automate to elevate with AI. If you're ready to integrate AI into your marketing, check us out at travx.com. Um, Pretty simple. We've got things for marketing stacks, consulting services, a whole bunch of stuff. We will see you next time. Until then, stay creative, stay strategic, and don't let the robots win. Or maybe let them win. Cheers, everybody.